This is the story of how my best friend of 14 years, me, on two separate occasions.
Those who gossip to you about other people will also gossip to others about you.
Story time on how I found out my best friend of 5 years, my baby's godmother, actually hated me our entire 5 years of being friends. And yesterday, she confessed to me after 5 years she never liked me. She hated my guts the entire time.
Not everybody's your friend. Be careful out there. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Insightful Commentary, where we make comment with insight, knowledge, wisdom, and in faith. Today we're going to react to a couple videos regarding friendship, because friendship has been the main topic in today's society. We live in a generation where we're so locked to our phones. Well, some people call it the lonely generation. But sometimes it has to do more than that. There's so many things going on in society, and there are people around us that who we do trust and who we do not trust. And some of them, we call them friends. And when it comes to friends, there's good and bad things that happens. And today in this video, we're going to react to a couple friendships that have gone away off the soft, if I will put in a better word, due to a couple of, let's just say, envious, jealousy, and there's when it comes to friendship, you want to have a good friend. But in these videos, it's making me think of more about friendship. So let's get into it.
This is the story of how my best friend of 14 years, me, on two separate occasions.
Game over. If you're my friend, first time you do it, we're done. Bye-bye. Gone. Nope. See ya. Bye.
Hi, welcome to my Truth series, where I tell experiences that I've been through, and this is all about me taking my power back and standing in my truth. I thought this would be a good video to do next just because of the recent videos that I posted about the whole DoorDash thing. So let's get into it. So I was 19 years old, and my best friend, let's call her Stacy, we've been best friends since like second grade. And of course there were periods of times where like we wouldn't talk and stuff like that, then come back together. I mean, 14 years, that's a long time. So she had hit me up and was like, hey, you should come to my house party that I'm having. You know, there's a couple people that we went to school with coming. And I was kind of nervous because I was like, okay, like her group of friends was definitely not my group of friends, but we all have worked together, so I knew them, but like not like the way that she did. So one of my family members was also invited to the party. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. So I got dropped off, and honestly, everyone was really welcoming. I mean, they welcomed me with open arms. They didn't make me feel like out of place or anything like that. And then there was a bottle pulled out, and I was asked if I wanted to take a drink. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to take a drink. Like, let's get it. So my best friend, Stacy, we'll call her, poured me a drink. And I turned my head for maybe like 5 seconds and came back to the drink. And that is literally the only thing that I remember. So the rest of the story is going off of what other people have told me happened. I don't remember a thing even to this day, except for me taking that drink. And I'm not a lightweight at all. So there was something wrong there. Apparently, I was told that I was going around, apparently taking more drinks after that, like shots. I was told that I was dancing on tables. I was told that me and Stacy got into a fight. I started fighting her and going in on her to the point where she had to tackle me onto the ground and put me in her room. She called my boyfriend at the time, and him and his cousin came to pick me up. Apparently, as they were taking me to the house, because we walked to the house, because my best friend lived on like maybe 2 streets down from me. And so apparently while we were walking to the house, I was screaming RAPE, and I was screaming about assault. And I'm not going to get into that because there were other details that I had screamed about that actually did happen. So apparently I was screaming about that down the street. I also embarrassingly, apparently when we got to that house, tried to grab my boyfriend at the time's cousin's you know, while his girl that he was chilling with was there, me and the girl got into it apparently. And then my boyfriend says that I finally went into my room and I started to literally like start shaking, and there was like stuff coming out of my mouth. So to me it sounds like he was trying to describe me having like some kind of seizure, but I don't think I did, because I feel like I would have had to go to the hospital. I don't know. Anyway, the next day I wake up and I have scratches all over my body. I have no idea what happened, and this is when they're all telling me what happened. Everybody was mad at me. Everybody was tight. I confronted Stacy on Facebook, and I was like, hey, like, I know you did this to me. Like, I know you put something in my drink. Like, what's up? Like, da-da-da. And she denied it. And I cut her off for a long time. Like, I stopped talking to her. Until about a year later, when I had decided to basically put it behind me, because she really did make it very convincing that I was bugging and that she did not me. And we became really close, like extremely close, like closer than close, and ended up moving in together. And once again, this is the second time that she had done something. She had another house party at our house, and she rolled this, okay? She rolled it, and it was only me and her, and I took like 2 hits, and I started to feel weird, and I went in my room, and I literally was about to pass out, like, and I was a heavy, so like that doesn't happen, you know what I'm saying? So like I remember sitting on the bed, and my boyfriend at the time that I was dating, I was like, yo, I feel like I am going to pass out. Like, you need to keep talking to me. You need to keep talking to me. And my ears, like, I could hear my voice, like, going in and out, and I could feel myself, like, going out, but, like, I'm trying to keep myself up. And thankfully, like, I had to sit there for a really long period of time to, like, keep myself up and, like, keep me alert, because I knew, like, I could not pass out. And eventually, it stopped, and I was able to be coherent again. But that was the second time, and you know what I'm saying, the same person doing something, like, I knew right then and there. I was like, yeah, I don't know what type of time she's on, but it ain't no good time, I'll tell you that. There is so much more that happened with Stacy besides this one incident, but that is the story of how my best friend of 14 years me. So this is why, part of the reason why I have trust issues, especially with females, and this is also why I'm hyper vigilant, as well as maybe a little bit more cautious than others would be about my drinks and my food and all that. So be aware, stay safe, and stay dangerous, and remember that anyone is capable of anything. If you made it this far, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.
You know, there's a saying that goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. There's even a proverb in the Bible that says, you know, a case of an enemy is deceitful. You guys can go and look it up. But what I'm trying to say is, there's so many people that are around us, that are close to us, that maybe seem as friendly or good, or we call them besties, but they're not actually there for you. You know, the person that's going to hurt you the most, it's not going to be somebody that you don't see every day. It's not going to be a stranger. It's going to be somebody that's close to you. And this is why you have to be careful. This story about this woman, it is heartbreaking, but at the same time saddening, because I've heard so many cases of where ladies will lace their female friends with drinks, or even the guys, you know, will lace their female friends with drinks, and only for that friend to be acid or R word, you know, the R word, or to be hurt, or to be just beaten down. There's so many use. I feel sad and feel bad for this woman. I hope she's able to find a good friend. But I just want to let you guys know that you have to be careful. You got to be careful of your people, or especially somebody who you call friends. Because some of those friends, they're not happy for you. They're not there for you. Some of those friends, they have bad intention for you. Have you guys heard the story about this lady that went to Mexico with her friends. I forgot. I think her name was Robinson. Robinson, I forgot what her last name is. But this woman, she went to Mexico, Cabo, Mexico, thinking she's gonna have fun, with her friends. She's gonna enjoy, vacation. Comes to find out that was like her last day, her last place to be alive. Some of these people are not your friends. You gotta be careful. If you enjoy watching videos about friendship and hearing what I have to say, check out the full video about this topic. And please like and subscribe and share it to your friends. And we'll see you soon.